5 things you must work on every day, there are 5 cornerstones upon which all enduring success is built. These are not mere habits. They are disciplines of the mind, the heart, and the spirit. To neglect them is to invite failure. To cultivate them is to command your destiny. If you will work on these 5 things every single day, you will begin to shape your life as the sculptor shapes stone, deliberately, masterfully, and with vision. 1. A definite purpose backed by burning desire. You must begin each day with a clear purpose that sets your soul ablaze. Not a vague wish, not a fleeting hope, but a definite, fiery aim. Your purpose must be so intense, so emotionally charged, that it pulls you out of bed in the morning with urgency. Without purpose, time is wasted, energy is scattered, and life is nothing but motion without meaning. But with purpose, everything changes. You become magnetic. Your thoughts align, your decisions sharpen. You begin to attract people, resources, and opportunities you once thought were beyond your reach. You must write it down, memorize it, feel it, breathe it, and each morning, before the world makes its demands on you, you must remind yourself, this is why I rise, this is what I am building, this is who I am becoming. 2. Daily self. Discipline. Every dream ever achieved was forged in the fires of discipline. You will never rise above your habits. You will never climb beyond your character. Discipline is not punishment, it is power. When you discipline your thoughts, you begin to control your emotions. When you discipline your time, you begin to control your results. And when you discipline your actions, you begin to control your destiny. Self-discipline is not natural. It is earned, and it must be renewed each day. The man or woman who can say no to distraction, to temptation, to comfort, this person becomes unstoppable, for they are not ruled by impulse. They are ruled by intent. 3. A positive mental attitude. Your mind is your workshop. Every thought you allow is a blueprint. If you let in fear, doubt, and negativity, you are building the prison that will trap you. But if you feed your mind with courage, belief, and possibility, you are constructing the palace in which your future self will live. A positive mental attitude does not ignore reality, it conquers it. It sees obstacles and dares to say, I will find a way. It faces hardship and whispers, this too shall pass. It is the mental posture of the victor, the tone of the undefeated. You must feed your mind each day with great books, great ideas, great affirmation. Speak to yourself as you would to a champion preparing for battle, because every day is a battle, and your attitude is your weapon. 4. Specialized knowledge applied with intelligence. Do not waste your life accumulating trivia. The world is full of educated failures. Your goal is not to know everything. It is to know something specific, deeply, and with such precision that it becomes your weapon of value. Specialized knowledge is what separates the laborer from the leader. It is the difference between being useful and being indispensable. Every day, learn something that brings you closer to mastery, and do not just absorb. Apply. Wisdom is knowledge in action. If you are not applying what you know, then you are simply decorating your mind with facts like ornaments on a tree. But when you apply, when you test, when you refine, then your knowledge begins to shape reality. 5. Faith reinforced by repetition. You will never accomplish what you do not believe is possible. Faith is the fuel of achievement, but faith does not live in the mind by accident. It must be planted. It must be watered. It must be spoken into life. You must affirm your belief every day. You must say to yourself, I was born to win. I was designed for success. I will not quit. I will not be denied. Each time you speak faith over your life, you are rewriting the script of your future. You are programming your subconscious mind to see opportunities where others see walls. You are igniting a force within you that will persist long after your body is tired. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. That is not wishful thinking, that is spiritual programming, that is how champions think. These 5 disciplines, purpose, discipline, attitude, knowledge, and faith, are the daily bricks of greatness. Work on them each day, not once a week, not once a month, but every single day. They are not a suggestion, they are a requirement, a law. Ignore them and your life will be shaped by default. Honor them and your life will be shaped by design. The world does not give to the man who waits, it gives to the man who works. So work on yourself every day until the vision you hold in your mind becomes the life you hold in your hands. Would you like a shorter version for a talk or social media reel too? Certainly, here's the full speech with all 6 points expanded, written in that driven, no excuses tone of timeless personal mastery. No subheadings, just pure, flowing speech. There are things in this life that cannot be delayed, cannot be delegated, and cannot be denied without consequence. There are things that must be worked on every single day, without exception, if you ever hope to rise above mediocrity and claim the power within you. The man who wins, the woman who excels, the individual who shapes history rather than watching it unfold. This person is not gifted by chance. They are forged by daily effort, by relentless attention to a set of principles that are as immovable as the laws of gravity. You cannot escape them, but if you embrace them, they will carry you farther than talent ever could. The first is the cultivation of a definite purpose. Without purpose, life is a long detour to nowhere. Most people drift. They rise, they eat, they work, they sleep, and they repeat the same uninspired routine until life has passed them by. But the person of purpose lives with intensity. They know exactly what they want and why they want it. They do not simply exist, they pursue, and that pursuit becomes their fuel. Purpose is what transforms pain into power, sacrifice into investment, and time into legacy. You must know your aim in life so clearly that it becomes the lens through which you see every opportunity, every challenge, every hour. You must rise in the morning and affirm it to yourself before the world has a chance to distract you. This is who I am. This is what I will become. This is what I will do, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets. Then there is self, discipline, the invisible thread that holds your entire life together. Discipline is not something you do once in a while. It's not for the moments when you feel motivated or inspired. Discipline is for the days when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when no one is watching, and no one will ever know whether you did what you said you would do. It is a daily contract with your future self. You will never outperform your standards. If you allow excuses to live in your mind, they will make a home in your reality. But when you begin to master discipline, everything changes. You start to trust yourself. You start to respect yourself, and when that happens, the world begins to mirror that respect. You command your time, you control your emotions, and you direct your actions like a general on the battlefield. The enemy is not outside, it is inside. Laziness, distraction, inconsistency. Defeat them daily and you will become unconquerable. But mastery does not end with effort. It begins in the mind. The greatest asset you own is your mental attitude. A positive mental attitude is not just thinking happy thoughts. It is the deliberate choice to dominate your environment instead of being dominated by it. Life will test you. You will face rejection, failure, pain, disappointment. But your attitude determines whether these things will break you or build you. When your attitude is grounded in courage, faith, and enthusiasm, you become magnetic. You draw strength from within, and others feel it. You must feed your mind daily. Guard your thoughts the way a warrior guards a kingdom. Read, listen, speak, and think only those things that move you forward. No man climbs while staring at the ground. If you think in defeat, you will live in defeat. But if you think like a conqueror, you will begin to conquer. Still, attitude alone is not enough. You must add knowledge, specialized knowledge. The world is not changed by generalists. It is changed by those who have honed their skill, sharpened their edge, and focused their learning like a beam of light. The average man thinks knowing a little about everything is enough. But you, if you would rise above the crowd, must learn everything about something. You must dedicate time every day to mastering your craft, your mission, your field. But knowledge by itself is not power. It is potential power only when it is applied with purpose, with intelligence, and with consistent effort does it become the force that moves industries and influences nations. You must not just collect ideas, you must implement them. Turn information into action and action into transformation. Every day you learn and every day you apply. That is how greatness is built, and as you build, you must reinforce belief. Because no matter how skilled, how talented, or how prepared you become, you will not act beyond the level of your faith. You must believe it before you can achieve it, but belief is not always natural. Often it must be planted, it must be programmed into the subconscious mind through repetition. You must speak life into your goals. You must declare your worth even when no one sees it yet. You must affirm your success before it has arrived, because that belief will fuel your actions. Tell yourself what you are becoming. Tell yourself what you will accomplish. Your words become thoughts. Your thoughts become actions, and your actions become your destiny. Do not leave faith to chance. Build it daily with words, with vision, with discipline. Feed your inner world so powerfully that nothing in the outer world can shake it. And then, when all else is set, you must move, you must take initiative, you must act. Nothing happens to the one who waits. The man who moves, who dares, who takes even the smallest step, that man begins to generate momentum. Life responds to action. The laws of the universe are in favor of movement. Opportunities are discovered by those who create them. You cannot think your way into success. You must work your way into it, and that work must be daily, relentless, unapologetic. Action turns invisible dreams into visible results. You cannot wait for the perfect time. It does not exist. You must begin now, right now, today, these 6 disciplines: definite purpose, self-discipline, positive attitude, specialized knowledge, daily faith, and initiative are the foundation of greatness. Work on them every day, and you will transform your life from the inside out. You will rise, not because the world gave you permission, but because you claimed it with your own 2 hands.